Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Lil Ty checking in for another video. But before we get into this reaction video today, I have to tell y'all who won the giveaway. Now, when I put y'all names in the generator, the name that popped up was Phantom World Gaming. So he was the winner of the giveaway. He liked, comment, and subscribed. Everything. He followed all the instructions. And yeah, when I did the random generator, this is the name that popped up, which is good. If you look at his channel, he has no videos on here right now. Hopefully, what I send him would be, you know what I'm saying, what it is. But I followed him, turned on post notifications, and then this is his socials and things of that nature. Um, yeah. So I hit him up already on Instagram. So y'all, I told y'all I was gonna be completely transparent with this. I want y'all to see that this is not a scam. I'm not running a scam type of business. If I say I'm doing a giveaway, then I'm doing me a giveaway or whatever case may be. So I actually did hit the young man up. I don't know if y'all would remember whatever it is, whatever. So I then messages kind of landed out. But I did hit him up. He sent me his information or whatever case may be. So I will be sending it out later on this week when my other mic come in, because like I told y'all, I'm giving away the mic that I'm currently using at this moment. So yeah, as far as that go, that is how it's gonna be. I am going to be doing another giveaway soon though. As y'all know, 2K26 is coming out in about a month or so. Yeah, in about a good month. And I think I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to help out subscribers. I told you I want to start doing 2K26 content. Um, Gaming in general, I be doing a lot of 2K stuff on my own anyway, and it's like, why not, you know, start making videos, and I'll be hitting y'all with jump shot, dribble moves, beating, you know what I'm saying, builds, everything. So I'm gonna try to do a giveaway every single month. Every single month, I'm gonna try to do a giveaway. I'm probably gonna try to give away, you know, maybe $50 worth of VC, you know what I'm saying, whatever case may be, just to, you know what I'm saying, just, I don't want to necessarily say incentive, but it's incentive. I want y'all to keep coming back to watch my videos. I want y'all to grow. I have a Discord in the description down below. I want y'all to go join the Discord, like, so we can start talking, like, when I want to do gaming content, or if y'all want to, you know, whatever the case may be, and if we build a big enough community, we can, man, we can do anything. I want to start doing 2K tournaments with subscribers though. That's the thing. That's also another thing I want to do. I want to do 2K tournaments with the subscribers, you know. Give y'all a chance to win some money, you know what I'm saying? To make it a little fun. I want to be one of them type of creators that kind of give everybody an opportunity to be great and to make money. You never know. But I ain't gonna talk y'all ears out too crazily though. I'll be, you know what I'm saying, as time go on and the videos dropping and things of that nature, I will start doing more and more giveaways, and y'all know about it. So let's get into the video. Cue the intro. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Lil Ty checking in for another reaction video. And today, as y'all can see on the screen, we are going to be reacting to Joe Knows the 2K26 build. Now, like I say, before we get into this video, we need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what 2K builder was your favorite. I ain't speak out here out too much. Let's get into the video, see what we talking about. Let's do it.
Thank you for watching this episode of Locked In, powered by AT&T. Now, when I say to you the most important aspect of any 2K game is blank, what do you fill that blank in with? Comment it down below. I'm curious what you guys think. Now, over the last few weeks on various social media platforms, the NBA 2K26 builder has been a hot topic. And I just think as a community, we have a flawed understanding of what makes a good builder. A lot of people are saying they want to go back to pie charts or archetypes, double archetypes. They want a completely new builder. They want to keep the builder system we have now. Now, whatever your thought process is, it's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. But I don't think people really understand even past games.
Hey,
What makes a good builder versus a bad builder? The builder is not an
hey.
isolated thing. The builder is not something that we can just say, I want XYZ builder and the game will be
I
great.
love
Because
2K20.
the
I ain't gonna lie.
builder
That was
is
a good game.
completely dependent upon the gameplay that comes with it. There's a lot of people on Twitter saying they want to go back to an old build system. Let's use pie charts for example. They'll say, "Oh, 2K20, there were so many builds I could make, and it was because the pie charts." It was not because of the pie
Nah, I'll
charts.
just say
It
that.
was
No, it's
because of
not.
the gameplay working with the pie charts. The gameplay allowed multiple pie charts to be effective. For example, my favorite build of all time is my LeBron build from 2K20. That build had a 65 three-pointer. Now, if you took that build system and that build and put it with 2K25 gameplay, I would not be able to run point guard in Comp Pro-Am with a 65 three-pointer. It's just not going to happen in 2K25 gameplay. It just wouldn't
Facts.
happen. The gameplay would not allow it. Also, the thing my build did best in 2K20 was slash and playmake. It was a yellow-blue pie chart. I had half finishing, off playmaking. I was quick. I could dunk everything. I think my build had about an 89 driving dunk. An 89 dunk on 2K25 is like a decent finishing build. Not super elite, not super trash, but right in the middle.
Yeah.
So you can still dunk, but you're not super elite. My build in 2K20 was dunking everything, but that's what the gameplay allowed with an 89 driving dunk. An 89 driving dunk on 2K25 is night and day difference compared to 2K20. Now, it's a beautiful thing that every year we come together as a community to share these opinions with each other, and shout out to AT&T for keeping me connected with the 2K community.
Okay, boom. Let's talk about it real quick, right? So, what's y'all take on that, though, right? So, in my opinion, the other 2Ks had better names. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm going with this, but I don't want to necessarily say that it was a variety of builds per se. It was just they just had different names on it. Like this year, maybe this year, 20, 24 had a pretty decent. 23, I'm gonna say 23 if I'm not mistaken. If I remember 23 correct, it really wasn't that big of a variety of build names. Like builds could be somewhat made the same, but I just feel like they could do better with names. I'm not gonna lie. Like it has to be a slight difference, but in my opinion, the builder doesn't necessarily matter because everybody make YouTube builds. Like in my opinion, and I could be very much wrong, but people don't make their own builds nowadays. Like typically, y'all are making builds that is somebody else's and their play style. Like y'all aren't really out there creative, in my opinion. Like every year, I go sit in that builder, and I get it. You probably want to, just jump on, make something quick, and then play the game. But for your specific play style, I feel like this year and last year and even 23, you have the freedom to create almost whatever you want to create. So it's like when you really sit here and think about it for real, it's like this has to be the best builder system ever without it being too crazy. Like 21, when they did the builder, when they first changed it or whatever the case may be, it was broken. 22, I don't even think I really played much next gen. I played more current gen that year too. 23, played plenty of 2K. That builder was but the problem was that it was the gameplay. So he has a valid point when it comes around to the gameplay. Like the gameplay dictates whatever it is. 24 was lovely. I'm not gonna lie. 24, in my opinion, was the best 2K that we didn't had in the past 4 years. Since 21, 24 was the best 2K we done played. Now every 2K we gonna play, every 2K you gonna play is always gonna be something that you don't like. But I'm not gonna lie, it had a good balance. Like on 24, I don't know if y'all remember, once you got out of that learning curve with the shooting and things of that nature, at that point it was free buckets, like free game. I was averaging on my guard bills or whatever case, man, I was frying folks. Like I was averaging 21 points a game in the rec. And it was every bit of greatness. And it wasn't straight rim run, it was threes, mainly mid ranges. But you still have to make your own bucket. So it's like the building, it's not really much you could do. This year I really do like the builder, and then the cap breakers also add to it. So it's like it's a plethora of builds that you could make, but everybody always stick to the same builds. Literally, like y'all don't go explore. Y'all don't try to, you know what I'm saying, do nothing different. Like everybody have to have the same exact builds. And then I hate this year how majority of y'all make all these offensive builds with the slightest bit of defense and then complain that the game is trash. You made a build that had little to no defense. So y'all are so worried about y'all offense that y'all not worrying about the best, most important part of the game. Basketball is a team sport. You have just as much fun making people quit than anything. And I swear it. Honestly, y'all are what's wrong with the game. Y'all want all this offense with slight bit of defense and then complaining about, man, the game ain't got no defense. Y'all over here running around with 55 to 60 interior, which is still actually really decent this year. Like if you got, you know, enough strength to counteract the low and interior defense, chef's kiss. I swear, I got my MJ build. I have a 61 interior, but I have an 86 strength. I'm not completely 100% stopping folks, but I'm also not just getting done dirty in the paint. Like y'all don't have that balance. Y'all making weak players with low defense. Who are you expecting to stop? It just doesn't make no sense to me. So it's like you can't complain about 2K unless you're playing it the way it's supposed to be played. Like that's just what it is to me.
So the gameplay has a huge effect on what the builder is going to allow to be effective. Now we've talked a lot about how the gameplay affects the builder, but even something as small as animation thresholds can affect how you view a builder tremendously. Let's think about 2K25. The cutoff for guards most people use is 6'4", because Garland dribble style cuts off at 6'4", and Patty Mills jump shot base cuts off at 6'4". People don't even look at a 6'5" guard for the most part. If in 2K25 they allowed Garland dribble style and Patty Mills jump shot base to go 1 inch higher, all of a sudden you would see a bunch of different guard builds that you haven't seen all year. So not only does the gameplay have a big impact, but also the animation cutoff thresholds have a big impact. I'm not only talking about the attribute cutoff thresholds, but also the height cutoff thresholds. Those can...
Okay, boom, right? And now I'm not gonna keep pausing it. I might pause like maybe one more time after this. I'm gonna let the video finish. I don't want the video to be too long, but I don't know if y'all paid attention to the defense these niggas is playing. And this is what defense look like. Now, let's just run it a little bit. Let me mute it a little bit and run it for a second. You see how these folks set up their defense? Like you see, hey, it's like they're on their man, minding their business. Niggas don't know how to mind their business on this game. Look at this. Like it's just, you see how these folks sticking to their man and random wreck. Oh, yeah.
8 of NBA 2K25, there's going to be no more height caps on animations. First of all, I don't know how y'all be falling for these TikToks. People just straight up lie on TikTok, and then everybody's coming to me like, bro, is this true? Are you really taking over Ronnie's job? Like, bro, you saw it in a TikTok. Like, check some sources. Let's be realistic. But back to the animations. If they were to make that little change of just removing the height caps, and I'm not saying this is the solution, I'm just saying use it as an example.
No, it is the solution, Joe.
Think about how different the game would be. Think about
look
how
these
many
folks just
different
playing the
builds would now
defense, bro.
become
Look at
viable,
that. Hey,
and people would be
like
creating
everybody
it, and how much more
collapsing.
diversity it would have. Now, I'm not saying that's the solution. I'm just saying open your mind up to just how that simple little change all of a sudden would make a ton of other builds viable. A lot of people come into my stream or comment on my videos, Joe, what builder do you want in 2K26? To me, it's not like a simple answer. I can't just say, you know, I want this without knowing what the gameplay is going to be.
That was good rotation.
It's like you asking me, Joe, let's race vehicles. What vehicle do you want? It's like you didn't even explain what we're like. I could pick a car, and you tell me we're racing on water. I have to know what we're racing. You could tell me, oh, we're racing 100 meters or we're racing across the country. If we're racing 100 meters, I'm gonna pick a fast ass car. If we're racing across the country, I'm gonna pick a plane. You know what I'm saying? So the gameplay, you have to know what you're getting into with the gameplay before you can say, okay, I want this type of builder. So even if the builder promotes diversity, let's say.
Okay, boom. I said I wasn't gonna do too much, but I'm glad he actually showing the builder right about now. Now this right here would be considered a good defensive build to an extent. 6'8", you know what I'm saying? He got the weight and things of that nature to counteract. But like I say, the strength was low. So it wouldn't be crazy if somebody was to drive on him and was able to bully him. You know what I'm saying? But he does have a good counteract because he has high block. Yeah, he got high block. Then he has high steal, high enough perimeter, and he has that 70 defense, 70 interior, which gives him bronze, post lockdown, and I forgot what the other badge was. This build right here would be considered decent in my opinion. So it's like, yeah, and then I mean he got high agility. Agility meant a lot this year too. It's like as far as sticking with the defender. Well, you get what I'm saying, but yeah.
A 2K25 builder. You can literally put the attributes wherever you want. But because the gameplay doesn't promote diversity as well, it becomes very narrow-minded in terms of the build you're going to see.
That's right, because everybody want to make the same
gameplay
build.
we could talk about. Because of the shooting RNG, you know, the people are going to go with the 99-3, the 99 rebound, shoot it. If you miss, get the rebound, that whole thing. The fact that medium-sized players can't speed boost normally, right? You can't run to your ball hand unless you're doing the no speed with ball. Whole method of dribbling, which, you know, a casual player probably isn't going to take the time to learn how to do. And the list goes on and on. The gameplay does not promote diversity, although the builder allows you to make whatever you want for the most part. You guys
I love them mid-range.
If they don't work together, it doesn't matter that the builder allows you to make quote-unquote whatever you want, because the gameplay is restricting what builds can be effective. Let's use the flip side example, since we were talking about pie charts, 2K20,
but you can still be different though.
Put this builder in 2K20 gameplay. Think about how different now you perceive this builder. But that's because the gameplay on 20 allowed for a whole bunch of things. You had two-way slashing playmakers playing point guard in comp scenarios. Some of them had 60, 70 something three-point ratings. The gameplay is what allowed that. So now think about this builder where you can put the attributes wherever you want with that gameplay. You would see a whole bunch of different builds come out that you never even thought were possible. But it's the same builder, but it's going to be utilized completely different because the gameplay is promoting something different. Another one people always talk about is archetypes and double archetypes. Go back and look at some of those builders that you used to play on back in the day. Imagine those builders with the 25 gameplay. You would view those builds completely differently. But because you were playing with archetypes in 2K17 and double archetypes in 2K19, that gameplay was so different to 25 that you remember those builders and say, man, like I really like those builders. Like I feel like I could play on different builds that I really like. The gameplay was allowing those builds to be fun, allowing those builds to be effective. The reason you would feel completely different about it is because the gameplay now doesn't promote things like it did back in the day. It's not just a builder thing. It's a builder gameplay harmony that has to mesh that allows for that diversity. Another example is pie charts. 2K20 had pie charts. So did 21 and 22. And 21 and 22 actually had more pie chart options. Because the gameplay on 21 and 22 was different than 20, it became very narrow-minded. On 21, it became strictly play shot, paint beast on the twos. But back on 2K20, you saw a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't know how you want to go back to something that y'all didn't use anyway.
Shot creator, pop, stretch big type of build, facilitating finishers, two-way slashing playmakers, playmaking paint beast, double ISO lockdown, small playmaking shooting type of point guards with paint beasts or poppers. There was a whole bunch of diversity, not just because the builder was very similar in 21, but the gameplay was different in 21 as opposed to 20.
Yeah, see, everything he just said was so correct. Hold on, let me let him finish.
The harmony wasn't there in terms of promoting the diversity that everyone's asking for. Now, I've been talking about this concept for years. If you get a diverse builder with gameplay promoting diversity, then you get that perfect harmony, and it's going to be a beautiful year of 2K. Now, shout out to AT&T for keeping me connected to the 2K community all season long, and thank you for...
Okay, right? Boom. So this the thing, right? I honestly wholeheartedly agree with what you're talking about. Now, it is the type of 2K that we play depends on the type of build. But when the game was promoting somewhat a variety of builds, people still stuck to the exact same builds. So in my opinion, it doesn't really even matter that 2K you know, have the game going a certain kind of way. Y'all gonna choose the same type of thing every time. Like y'all aren't creative enough to do your own thing. Like nobody's making y'all making bills like it's my career. Like you're not finna play with a bunch of people. Like I can see you. In my opinion, a lot of y'all don't have consistent people to play with. So you know what I'm saying, you might have to make a do it all kind of deal, but you're just as much hurting yourself as you are helping yourself, if that makes sense. Like think about it like this. And I don't know if y'all played 2K back in the old days, like 15, 16, 17, but back in them days, if you ran into somebody that was good and they knew what they were doing, they knew how to play their role and stuff like that, people would add you. Y'all aren't putting yourself in the best position to, and I don't want to use the term mingle necessarily, but for lack of term, we're gonna say mingle. Y'all aren't putting yourself in the best position to mingle with other people that they gonna want to play with you consistently. I ain't gonna lie. I was on screen the other day when my Michael Jordan build, me and my partner was, and we found 3 other guys that were really good. We added them. We played more than one day. I still play with them folks to this day. And that was just like maybe a couple of days ago. I played with them since then. Good players are attracted to good players. Pause. So I mean, as far as that go, like I say, y'all aren't putting yourself in the best position to have consistent teammates. Y'all don't have that people to play with all the time, but it's not. I'm not gonna blame the game. You gotta blame you. You made a bid. Don't get me wrong. And like I say, you make a bid. Everybody don't have that money to do what they need to do, but it's like at the same time, defense is just as good as offense. Now you do need offense. Don't get me wrong, but let's say you locking somebody up half court, you got the ball out of his hand, and then nobody's down on the other end. Well, once you retrieve the ball, you finna go down and get you a layup, dunk, whatever. While they still fumbling or whatever case may be, you have an opportunity to continuously score. It's like y'all don't have that much fun doing the most important part. What good is offense for offense if you lose the game? I never understood why people like to say stuff like that. In my opinion, it's like we'll play Rick and nigga be like, I outscored my man. We lost the game though, brother. Like you can't make that make sense to me. Just cause your man scored one less point than you, it don't mean you necessarily had a good game, G. If everybody else on the team, guys, got few points, but they ain't like nothing that was game changing, and here go, you got the only man that's, you know what I'm saying, scoring the same amount of points that you scoring, and we lost. That's the equivalent of if we was playing 21 and y'all was 1v1 each other, you lost the game. And it wasn't to say clearly they got one more stop than you to win. So did you really have a good game though, G? No. Doubtful. It wasn't to say that you had the best game possible. I don't understand that. That logic is really backwards to me. Yes, you all both were scoring, but they did it better. You lost the game. That's the wrong mindset to have, in my opinion. If I gave you a hard time and then you scored them buckets, okay, you just really you outbested me, like you did better than me. But it's way different when you couldn't stop them at all, but they got stops on you, and then they still got the bucket, and here you go. It's like that wasn't a good game, in my opinion. That's just my logic of it, and I could very much be wrong. And if I'm wrong, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this video. I will be doing another giveaway soon, so be on the lookout for that as well. Appreciate y'all folks for tuning in to another video, man. Peace.
Everything going, I act a fool when I go and perform, but I'm trying.